We are a small community, but we're going to return to being a loving community. Hello, somebody. And I just want to share so quickly with you what Nehemiah did. Nehemiah, when he heard about the devastation, one of the things that happened to their city, all the gates were burned with fire, which means there was no protection and defense for the city. But Nehemiah still said, you know what? We're going to pray first. That's the first thing we're going to do. And when he prayed, he didn't pray as if there are those out there and there are us here. He said, all of us need God to move on our behalf. And that's what we're out here to do tonight, to pray and to ask God to move on behalf of this community. I finally want to say this. Listen, a community that is powerless is a community that only reacts when things happen. We have to be a community that's proactive. We are not going to wait until there's another senseless death, but we are going to become the loving community that God intended for us to be. Whether we live on this side of the street or the other, it's time for us all to come together, which means we need to come to these places, not just tonight, but we need to make this a regular practice, that we take our streets back. Hello, somebody. The second thing we need to do is we need to be honest about who lives in our household. Okay? Because let me tell you something. The schools don't raise our kids. We raise our children.
Come on.
All right? If we want our children to be successful, it starts at home. We cannot expect somebody else to be responsible for our child's actions. If you got a young person living in your house that you know ain't doing the right thing, you need to have that conversation with them tonight. Let them know I love you enough to tell you the truth, that this will not be tolerated in our city. Hello, somebody. Because it's not just the families that's lost a child to death. It's the families that's going to lose that child, that's going to have to do time, when the true result is that we're all in this boat together. And so I'm going to put this decree out here at the end of 2016, Pastor, and that is that it doesn't matter what neighborhood you live in. We're going to end this senseless rioting between neighborhoods, this beefing between neighborhoods, because truth be told, your relatives live in all neighborhoods. All right? And so I don't have to live in Harbor House to be concerned about Harbor House. And so I want to know how many people are going to join us, and we start marching these streets again and letting these young men on the street know there's something better for your life than standing here wasting your life. I intend to, as a businessman here in this community, I have a barbershop that's been here for 10 years, and I intend to do more. We intend to go out here and make opportunities for our young men and women. We're going to go knock on the doors of all these businesses that are prospering up and down West Street and ask them to join us. If you don't want to see crime escalate in the city, open up opportunities for our young men and women to believe that there's a future for them. I say like Nehemiah, we're going to arise and we're going to build. God bless you.
We thank Mr. Coach for those wonderful remarks. At this time, we'll have Sister Melanie to come and give us another selection.
My selection is really quick because it's really cold. You